Russia's power in the Middle East is a reality that Arab actors cannot ignore, especially since Moscow's military intervention in Syria intensified in 2015. Although much discussion about Russia's foreign policy in the Arab region focuses on Syria, Libya and the Gulf, the Kremlin also seeks a greater role vis-à-vis Gaza. To further involve Moscow in the Palestinian cause, Vladimir Putin's government has improved its relationship with Hamas in recent years, despite Russia's close proximity to Israel. Throughout 2020, Russian officials and Hamas representatives have met in Qatar and Moscow for talks on a host of issues, including Syria and the Trump administration's so-called deal of the century, which Russia fully rejects. Along with Iran and Hezbollah, Russia has worked to bring Hamas closer to reconciling with the Syrian regime after ties broke as a result of the so-called Arab Spring uprising in 2011. From Hamas's perspective, stronger relations with Moscow can help the Palestinian faction counter Israeli and American efforts to weaken, disarm, and delegitimize the group. Yet in contrast to Iran, which arms Hamas and other non-state actors in Gaza, Russia will not embrace an anti-Israeli agenda. As illustrated by Russian actions in Syria, Moscow is sensitive to certain Israeli concerns, such as the actions of Iranian-backed Shia militias in the Levant. Nonetheless, the Kremlin rejects the claim that Hamas is a terrorist organisation. Russia will likely continue engaging Hamas and recognising the movement as a legitimate faction that represents Gazans. Looking ahead, Hamas is hoping that Moscow can use its leverage in the Middle East and close ties with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to pressure Israel into lifting or easing the blockade of Gaza. What remains to be seen is how reliable of a partner Russia can be for Hamas, and the extent to which Moscow would risk fueling tensions in its mostly positive relationship with Tel Aviv over Gaza-related issues that directly impact Israel.